I remember 20 years ago, I was standing in that courtroom.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Video Games and Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host Chase Carter. Restarting this up all by myself. Gotta do something. Gotta do something. And the game that's been on my mind lately is a new game coming out. That's coming out about a month ago. NBA 2K23. I'm a big sports fan, big NBA fan, big Chicago Bulls fan. Okay, so this game where you can go back and live Michael Jordan, not the moments, the Michael Jordan individual moments. We've seen that. Okay, we've done that. It's still awesome. It's still the very first one with Georgetown when there's no 3-point line and you have to make a comeback. It is extremely difficult to make a comeback without the 3-point line. Basketball, even just back then, completely different sport. It comes off as a completely different sport. It's not really, but it's like there's no advantage to shooting. It was all geared towards big guys down low. And then as you see, the 3-point line clearly has made smaller guards just as lethal, or if not more lethal, to be honest with you. But so I'm playing this game, and then I didn't realize this because I don't like to look too much into the game. I didn't buy it. Did I buy 22? I think I bought 22 used. Yeah, last year I bought 22 used. It was okay. The gameplay really wasn't. It's basketball, but it really wasn't how basketball feels. This one, when you play single player against the computer, it feels like basketball because you can actually make contested jump shots. If the computer is around you, they don't just automatically contest shots and jump out of nowhere. Now, going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert, yes, he comes out of nowhere. That makes sense. But not the other guys. So it feels so much better this year. You can actually have a mid-range game, like a triple threat, jab step, just an actual basketball experience playing this game. And it feels really, really good. The online, I don't like online because there's always a little bit of lag, and that's something that I don't think they can fix. But now that I've said all the good things, the gameplay, amazing. The game mode, oh, sorry, I gotta remind myself. The gameplay in my NBA, it's usually you take over a franchise and you start a franchise now and you go into the future, 25, 50, 75 years. Okay, and you can play it however you want. You can lock yourself into as one player and just play that person. You can put yourself as just a coach. You can put yourself, obviously in charge of the franchise mode where you're making all sorts of decisions. The coolest thing, and it makes me wonder when they're going to do this to my career. If they do it to my career, because it would be because you can start a franchise from different eras in NBA history. So you can start when the Magic Bird. You can start when in like 91 with Michael Jordan. You can go in the 2000s with like Kobe and the whole Shaq era. It is just, it's so fun. I don't know why it's so fun. Because the VC grind is so time consuming. It's a grind. Thank you for telling me what grind means, Chase. You're welcome. Just the simple fact that I can go into the Chicago Bulls 1991 with Michael Jordan, Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, John Paxson, B.J. Armstrong, all those guys, and then just simply watch the game. I don't know why that's so fun. I don't know. I lost my lighting. Why did I lose my lighting? I don't understand why that's so fun, but it is so fun. And sometimes I just let the I set the game up and then I put the controller right in the middle where I'm neither team, and I'll just have it playing in the background. Just play. I'll be working out, writing stuff, editing videos now, and then just watching the game. It's nice. It looks good. Now the computer sometimes sits there for no reason. The shot, like 14 seconds in the shot clock, and it'll have Gary Payton at the top of the key just dribbling the ball, dribbling the ball. No action, no action, no action. And what I think is going on are the players have to be in certain areas of the court for things to trigger, and for some reason the computer characters aren't in those positions, and then it's just stalling. And then once the shot clock gets down to like 4 or 5, the shoot no matter what action is triggered. But that's small things. Now on does my character go out of bounds way too much for no reason? Absolutely. If I catch a basketball and then just hold the left trigger, my guy shouldn't continue forward. Shouldn't continue forward 5 steps out of bounds. I don't. But besides the point, that's just a little annoying thing that's online. It's fine. So I love that. It's kind of changed the way I enjoy this game. I'm even going down to the small. I don't know why they have this. Maybe it's some kind of licensing deal. Maybe it's some licensing. I still can't say the word. Maybe it's some kind of deal. Behind the curtain deal, licensing. There you go. I said it quiet. If I say it quietly, I can say it. I don't know why. But I was watching the games, and almost all, 90% of the players had on 2K shoes, which aren't real shoes. So I'm wondering why this is. But as a player, obviously I can go in. I have to go in and manually change everybody's shoes. And then I don't really care about the guys who don't play shoes. I change them to, so now I have like just generic Nike shoes, but generic Nike shoes that in the era I can't put on KD's on Akeem Olajuwon. That'd look weird. So I have to go in. So for the superstars, obviously, usually 80, 85 and up, I'll Google what shoes they actually wore, what type of shoes, at least the brand, because they don't have every shoe, obviously. And put those shoes on them and stuff like that. They have the Gary Paytons. That was cool finding those. I was like, oh, the Gary Paytons, they have those. I can put them on Gary Payton. But obviously and I don't, for some reason, want to put Jordans on other players. I know they wore them, but for some reason, it feels kind of dirty. I don't know why. Michael Jordan should be the only one wearing Jordans, unless he's not in the league. When he retired, free reign. He comes back, none of you guys wear. Now, of course, Michael Jordan would obviously disagree with that. He wants his shoes on everybody. It's also on the jersey now, which is insane. Michael Jordan has his logo on NBA jerseys now. That's incredible. Incredible and insane. What was I talking about the my career? Oh yeah, so I have to change the shoes and all that. And then I started. There's the Bird and Magic era, which I think starts in 83 season. So I did the Simcast, where it usually takes about like 10 minutes a game. You simulate. So I simmed all 82 like that. Built up, like tried to get some trades to build up my GM's skill statistics or whatever. And then I get to draft in the Michael Jordan draft, 1984. I get the number 1 overall pick. I'm not picking Akeem Olajuwon, clearly. I pick Michael Jordan, get him on the team, and I'm like, oh, he's wearing Converse, his shoes that he wore in college, because he was a big fan of Converse. And I'm like, that's interesting. Okay. So I go to edit his shoes to put on the ones, and I cannot change Michael Jordan's shoes. I thought maybe it's because I already drafted him. So I started a whole new season, simulated that season. In the middle of that, it shows like the draft class, and you can edit whatever. I can make Michael Jordan 7 feet tall if I wanted to. I can edit that. I cannot edit his shoes from that reason. God bless me. Anyways, thank you. Bless you. Thank you. So I don't understand. Maybe they've patched it. I haven't checked since the recent patch, but I know that they're not, that I guarantee, now this is going to make me seem like an ass if they did this, you won't be able to change his shoes. It's something stupid. So I had to start in 91, and then Jordan's wearing, I think, the sixes at this time. Yeah, sixes. It would be 6 years, 84, 90, 90, 91. So he's wearing the sixes, and I can change his. I can wear whatever shoe I want. But for some reason, Jordan is a rookie. You can't change his shoes, and I wanted so bad. To play the game all the way up to 91 because the character models are different, and then start a thing from season 1 there, and then play, and then keep going. Because Michael Jordan doesn't age. There's not like a year where the character models change, or the characters age. Jordan loses his hair and all that stuff, which would be obviously in the next, future games. But what I can't wait for, I've been praying. First of all, my career, don't get me started on my career. It has such good potential. This year, the thing that they nailed was that you actually go to an arena. It's fantastic. You go into arena, you go through the player's entrance, which is also way too close to the customer entrance. Doesn't make any sense. It should be in the back. The arena that you go to should be in the center of the city. That's just my opinion, personal preference, whatever. Doesn't matter. And then they actually have like the next game promotion on the banners outside. You go inside. There's actual posters of all the players on the team. Like even you watch, and even you, I'm like in this random like pose, dribbling the ball or running. And I'm just thinking it would be so cool. I need to fix this lighting. I don't know why. Give me a second. Sorry. This lighting keeps changing on the TV. I'm using the TV as light. There we go. See that? See how that's better? Like nice little orange hue. I don't want to make it too bright because I'm average looking, and the darker the light is, the more soft it is, the better I look. You don't look better. And thank you. I know that. But I should be able to pick the mode, or if I take a screenshot, of me playing the game, I should be able to put that as the poster. It'd be so cool. Or just choose, have one of the quests, the stupid, pointless quests that don't mean anything. Have that be a quest. Have like the team advertiser come up to you and say, "Hey, we were thinking about all these, pictures and photographs. What pose do you like the best?" And then just have a bunch of them. That part, you can make it so, obviously baby steps. I'm a little passionate about it, but I swear it would be so much better if they just made it simple. The whole city thing is stupid. Because I'm under the impression that the whole my career is you living out the fantasy of being an NBA basketball player. Okay? So I want to live out that fantasy as real as possible. Besides all of the extracurricular activities, going to the clubs, hooking up with they can't have you have multiple girlfriends in the game, breaking up with girls, hooking up. They can't have that. It's an E for everybody. I understand. I'm not talking about that sort of thing. But you have a girlfriend in this game, so relationships. I would like to make decisions, and then she reacts, and I don't need cutscenes every single time. I understand there are people who are part of motion capture, and they have to work and justify their jobs, but it doesn't matter. I don't understand why we keep having these rivals. This year it's Shep Owens. And then your name is MP. My name are initials again because it stands for my player. And it's just dumb. It's just dumb. I don't understand why they have to do this. It should be some random name. Maybe they're doing these weird names because if there's actually a person named that, they can sue that. I have no idea. But I'm just wondering, just have it be Mike, like some Michael, Steven, some just generic name, please. Okay? Stephen Williams or Steve Williams. There's a whole just something, and then I can go in there and change. I obviously you can go in there and change it, but or just have it like auto generate those. That would be obviously a little too difficult just for a simple stupid name thing. But that's besides the point. But what I'm saying is, you have these rivals. I don't get to choose who my rival is. So my rival is some big center, some wing player. I'm a point guard. I'm, you know, what I mean, why are we having problems? He has a. I'm like, what was I think it was last year. You're like a YouTube sensation. I'm just, I don't, I don't, I don't want to be that. Like, if I can choose that, cool. But can I just be a run of the mill high school athlete and then go to college and spend? It's this time it's interesting because you go to the college experience is not in the middle of my career, but it's later. So you already be a good player. Your your stats would be up, so it's a lot easier. But it shouldn't be these moments like these EA face of the franchise moments where they're not your moments. They're not yours. So there should be little things in the game, like little hidden goals, to where, say, if you get 10 assists in a game, then a text prompt, all of this stuff, all of these cutscenes should be in your phone. And then they can partner up with a cell phone company and put that phone in the game, and then people would want that phone. And make it look like the operating system. You go into your phone, you have, social media of it, 2K social, or what, since everything is 2K. They put that in the game, put the cell phone in the game, and then say if you score like 10 assists or something, you get a text message from like all of the Twitter, whatever, is, hey, he got 10 assists, or hey, he got 30 points, or whatever. And then that's then the announcers in the next game will mention that. And it doesn't have to be, oh, Chase Carter scored 35 points last game. It doesn't have to be just like his unbelievable scoring last game, or if you have a whole bunch of turnovers and then under certain points. If you have like 5 turnovers, 10 points, you don't play very well, teammate grade is low, then they talk about how bad you are. In this game, you could actually score 100 points a game, and then the characters and the cutscenes will talk about how bad you are. You could be the greatest player of all time. You can win every game, 82-0, win a championship, and then Kendrick Perkins, I don't know about this guy. I don't know. This is what it is. Real talk, I've spoken, or whatever his catchphrases are. And I'm not talking crap about Kendrick Perkins. I don't watch him because he's one of those like hot take guys. I just want basketball information. Just give me Zach Lowe, give me like Bill Simmons is kind of a little hot takey, but he does it in more of a fun way instead of like the Stephen A. Smith. I've got to tell you something, and it's just annoying. And when everybody does that, it's annoying. Sorry, side tangent. But it would be so cool. All of those interactions and the feuds, the whole thing with the cell phone and the apps. The feuds should be in your cell phone. If I'm a rookie coming into the league, I should be able to feud maybe with other rookies with a little snark, Twitter comments. Or I can say good things about him and be a nice guy if I want to. Or if someone, says something, how did the kids say? Out of pocket. If they say something egregious, to me, I have the choice to respond nicely. Like, hey, what are you talking about? I'm here to focus on basketball. I'm not going to get into these things. So I respond to it. I'm not, or I can just ignore it completely. And then that person will continue, if that's their personality, continue to write, continue to go at me. I can just be off social media if I want to. I don't have to be into fashion or be into music. I don't have to be a rapper. To me, it is there's a issue with me always having to be a rapper. Always. I understand basketball and hip hop are joined together. But if I want to complete these quests, these daily quests, I have to make a hip hop beat. Hey, I don't want to do that. I want to play basketball. I want to play basketball. I want it's my career, right? My career. So the daily missions should just be complete one of these missions, and then to get VC in order to get your player better. It should be just complete one of these missions. I have to go around the city skateboarding and do tricks. I'm sorry, when's the last time you saw an NBA player on a skateboard? I don't get it. Hey, you want realistic basketball? This is an exaggeration because it just, when I get passionate about something, it boggles my mind. There are so many cool things in this game. There's a photo mode in the game. When I'm after the games, I go into photo mode and it does like realistic highlights of the game. I save screenshots from that because it looks so cool. It's like old like playing card like poses and stuff during the actual game that they were playing. And to have Michael Jordan with his tongue out, his tongue comes out, you know, posterizing on somebody. It is amazing. And I don't understand why they don't have that kind of detail. It's like different people make different parts of the game. And sorry, I'm all over the place. The My Career, you should be able to go into the past. You should be able to make a player and go in 1983. Okay, you should be able to hop into 2000. You want to play against Kobe Bryant? And this is where they don't have to have cutscenes of the players. Nobody cares. I have to sneeze again. Excuse me. If you want to make a center and go against young Shaq, you can. Hakeem Olajuwon. See if your center is better than these greats. You should be able to make a shooting guard and go against Michael Jordan, or get a point guard and team up with him. If I could be on Michael Jordan's team, take my money. Please, my lighting is messing up. Take my money. And it's messing up even more. Take it. Please, here's my money. Please. I'm begging you. Trying to fix my lighting again. Ugh. I don't understand. First of all, I understand why that's not in the game, because that's a new feature from my NBA. But if they took it, they just took it and put it in, my career would be the best. Then people would actually play the NBA games. And another thing, sorry, I'm all over the place. Another thing, sneezing. I was sneezing last night. No reason. No, maybe it's all the dog hair, but that's probably the reason. The My Career game. You have a season. You have like a season. They entice you to play. So you build. It's like a battle pass. Anyone who plays games know this. The more you play, you have, what was it, 40 different levels you can reach. You get XP to go from 1 to 2 all the way to 40. And they have a badge point at 39. And I want the badge point so badly. But I don't like playing online with other people. You get a whole bunch of randoms, okay? And you go into these games. People quit all the time. You lose, and if you lose, you get less XP. You get less progression towards your thing. You get a boost if you win, obviously. So it takes longer as someone who's single, as a single player. I don't understand why they everything I do in my career should go towards the My Career season progression. If I want to play NBA games, have it be less XP so I don't care. I want to play NBA. My career. I want to be an NBA player. That's what I want to do. I'm on the Bulls. I want to be an NBA player. I want to play with Zach LaVine. I want to play with DeMar DeRozan. Why can't I do that and progress through your season? It doesn't make any sense why it's not like this. And even if I wanted to play, like, you make it the fact that I can play street ball is so stupid. That the game is focused on it's NBA 2K23. Not and one the mixtape tour 23. So I'm begging. No one will see this. No one will watch it, especially not a 2K dev or the lead designer of whatever. You can have both. Just like how in the my NBA, you can set the realism or storyline factors and have these text. They have the text storylines in my NBA. Put it in my career. Put all that stuff in my career. The texting rivalries or all of that stuff and the announce have that in my career. Okay, we don't need this, you know, B movie subplot. Maybe like the girlfriend thing is cool going to like, hey, you want to go out with your girlfriend tonight or go to the gym, you know, go work out. And then you can say, hey, the girl can be there. And then she's on the side of the court or whatever. Talk. You know how cool it would be if she was talking to you and then you were shooting and you hit and you like you're working on your jump shot and you do well and she's like, oh, what? It's like, oh, and then she's like, hey, I bet you can't, you know, you have to hit like 10 shots or whatever out of the stuff like that. And then like you develop a relationship with this person. You develop a relationship with her, or if you don't want it to grow, have it be your best friend. You have a group of friends, and you can choose who you want to bring with you. Everyone has an entourage these days. You can put all this stuff in the game. It's so simple. This is just stuff off the top of my head that I'm thinking about. It's already better than this. The daily badge upgrade thing. I like having the daily. You can go to Brickley's or whatever his name is. That's good. That's beautiful. Yes, more, please, more, please, more, please. Thank you. But then once I'm done progressing my badges, I should get VC for doing that. I should have to daily go there, do the same drill, and since I'm doing drills, it should help my player get better, right? So get better is VC. Just a little bit more VC. Take away some of the. I don't want to have to do trivia about asking questions for music. Hey, you want VC to get your player better? I do. Answer this music question. What does that have to do about basketball? They finally put in, I can't remember I don't think they had it in 22. They finally have basketball trivia. There's an idea in a basketball video game to finally put basketball trivia in it. It should only be basketball trivia. I shouldn't have to go to a TikTok star, to a underage girl. I am dancing with an underage girl in NBA 2K23 because it gives me VC. That's a problem. That's a problem. I'm walking down a fashion runway as my wife is walking by, as my actual real wife is walking by, and she looked and said, she plays video games, she plays Halo hours. And she looked down upon me and said, what are you doing? And it was as my guy was dressed up in this stupid outfit, walking down a hey, it's already embarrassing enough to play these video games as much as I do. 2K, please don't make it worse. It's funny, but please don't make it worse. Okay? If I want to be a fashion person, and if I choose to do that, if I choose to go the fashion route, then I can get rewarded for that. Or if I choose to be Tim Duncan or Karl Malone dressed like a cowboy, I can do that. And I should get rewarded. Or if I'm quiet and don't reply to anybody, I should get rewarded. I should have these progress bars continuing. Okay? And I like how, well, if you want this endorsement, you have to be a flashy player or be, an NBA, but just have it be certain things. I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. If I had, 5 minutes to think about it, sit down and think about it, I could figure it out. So simple. It's so simple. I do not want to dance with a underage TikTok star ever in a basketball game. Get the city out of there. Oh, no. Okay, so the game has this. This is an idea that I've actually spent 5 minutes thinking about that I want to run by. Just in general. This is going to be one of the longest 2K rants. But they have this whole city set up, and it's all based around. I thought it was based like the center hub. The center hub of the city is which is where you go to for your daily rewards. The rec center. There's like this little plaza with all the different types of online game modes you can play, which I don't like to play online game modes. Can I progress through the season progression playing single player? No, you can't. No, you can't. What if I play single player street ball? Nope. Still don't get it. But everything else progresses. Yep. Well, that doesn't make any sense now, does it? So what I want, what I need from 2K, I don't want to go in the city anymore. The city is dumb. Nope. I get the whole Destiny social hub. Oh, we meet players and we can still have that. We can still have it. Okay? The My Career, the authentic NBA experience. Okay? So say if I go, I don't even know if I can do this correctly. This is what I want. What I'm thinking of. First of all, these are the stupid idiots. The fashion. I have to talk to these people. Apparently, these are real people. I don't even want to even attempt to look them up because they're so annoying. They are so annoying. Anyway, this is the music guy you have to ask questions to. He's more my sense of humor, dry, whatever. Still annoying. This is the city. This is what I wanted to. This is where it's like, hey, this is where where you play your NBA games. This is like the little center mall area. There's the rec center. There's what is it called? Like the pro am, the theater, which doesn't make any sense. Why would I play basketball in a theater? But anyways, so it's all kind of in the same area. So if a daily mission pops up over here, this is where the little girl hangs out. This is where 2K wants you to hang out with underage girls right here. This girl's here. She's like, I want you to do a dance at this point in the city. So then you have to get on your skateboard as an NBA basketball player and go nee. Or, oh yeah. So if you don't want to skateboard, guess what? You also have rollerblades, which last time we saw NBA players on rollerblades. A big wheel tricycle or a go-kart. Now, if you're like, hey, the go-kart, can you race other people in this city? Nope. Can't do it. There are time trials, but you can't actually race anybody. Oh, so then what's the point of all of this? We don't know. That's the answer to that question. And they did it again. There we go. Now I figured it out. Lighting's better. Anyway, so this is where you talk to the underage girl in 2K. Hey, 2K, thank you for that. Then you have to go over here, take a picture. Then you have to drive back over here. This is where then I think in this area is where the fashion people hang out. You have to ask questions from him, and then you have to go like, oh, they want you to make an NBA 2K beat. Hey, I'm not really into hip hop, and I'm not truly into hip hop that much, but it is actually kind of fun to make the beats or whatever. So I go over and I have to go down here, go here. Now these little fast travel points, you could go here, go there, but then you have to get out of these vehicles, or the skateboard is whatever. But I have the go-kart. It takes forever to get in and out of the go-kart, which is annoying. So you go here, get in the fast travel point, go over here, and then come over here, make a beat. And then, no, so all of these things should be, all of the daily challenges should be basketball related. They have these courts, like these Mountain Dew courts over here. They have all these different areas, the Adidas court. I don't know if they have the Adidas court this year. But anyways, so you get in these areas, and then the game mode or the challenge for that day, which is a good idea. It helps people progress through the season, or it helps people play continuously. I understand but the goals are so dumb that nobody does them. It's like it's get 25 bully finishes or get so many. How can I do that when I'm a single player playing by myself? How can I do that? Please explain to me, how can I do that? Get so many rebounds on the Gatorade court. So this is where the Gatorade facility is. Get so many rebounds on the Gatorade courts. So me and a friend, I have to get people together to play the game mode why can't it just be, hey, do this drill. You want to get better at your handling, your ball handle? Do this drill, this basketball drill. Do that. Or they should have shooting competitions or rebound things. Hey, you want to get better at rebound? Hey, do this rebound drill. Here's 500 VC or 250. I don't care if it's 100. And then a little season progress. Oh, okay. So I can go each day. I can hit up my daily quests. I can get a little VC. I can get a little progression towards my season. And I don't have to play online against people who quit all the time. I don't have to go off app, like I don't have to go on Discord and try to find, I don't know why I'm looking right here. I don't understand why they don't make this simpler. And I've been playing Sea of Thieves forever, since day one. Their battle pass, you can progress doing anything you want to. They don't force you into playing a certain way in order to get all of the rewards. Now, 2K, much more successful game. This is probably one of the highest grossing games every year. And it's not because that the game is good. The gameplay is fine. The gameplay is great, actually, this year. This is one of the best years. I'm actually glad I bought it this year. Not used, bought it brand new, which I'm happy for. And the going behind the scenes in the arena needs to be progressed. And sorry, I'm going off topic to what I wanted to, why I brought this up. What this should be right here is I play for the Chicago Bulls. This is what the map should be. This is the actual United Center. And they need to have like a cartoon version of that. What is it? Right. They need to have this little version of the United Center. Okay. And little fast travel points. So if I wanted to, I could go, say, to this school up here. Okay. Call it 2K University of Fine Arts. Don't care. Go to this school, and then I can play basketball on the court. I can play street ball there. Or just have these made up little areas. Take out these parking lots. I don't care. This is where your little street ball world can be around the city. And when you go there, you go into a different server. Just how when you go to the Beasts of the Easts or the Vipers or things that nobody cares about, by the way, nobody, have all of the teams and squads be the teams that the my player is going for. And then everyone would be like in Bulls uniforms who play on the Bulls, or Lakers who play on the Lakers, whatever. Knicks, probably not a lot of Knicks fans, really. But even if you can imagine walking into actual Madison Square Garden from the outside, going, and then you can have a car. You can have a car, and then when you have a car, you can customize it. You can have deals with all sorts of car manufacturers. It'll be awesome. And then when you pull up to, say, the park, your park, you have a big park, okay? And then there are spawn points on the park, different spawn points, say 2 on each side, whatever. Your car actually pulls up. So I'm not driving a go-kart around the city like a child. Bring the car down. Your car comes up, pulls up. It can even be a queue. Just how, like, when you want to be on the fashion walkway, you can be in a queue. Okay, you're like, oh, that person's car is kind of nice. I like that. Whatever. How'd you do that? And then you can actually form a conversation. It'll be great. And then in the front of the thing, you can have people bring up the little DJ booth, and they can play music. Whatever. You can have whatever you want. All your little social, all the little cool things. Okay, but the only thing going on is that park. Whether it be a couple courts, whatever. Make it up. And then and when you want to leave, you get out of there. You get out of there. You can use a little subway thing, whatever you want to. Don't care. It would be cool to pull up. And then certain people will pull up on purpose, and you can play me. The music that you create can be coming out of the car when you get out. And so when you go into like the United Center, how they detailed all of the each arena, all of backstage should be like, you don't have to go too crazy, but just the overall general sense. So you get a feeling of what it's like. And the actual locker rooms, the actual NBA, being in a real NBA locker room. And then each player experiences something different. And then what I know it's a big just getting the arenas, all 32 arenas, and the updates and all that stuff is, a task. But it's just backstage stuff, maybe progress, obviously, like say all of the announcers were different. You guys didn't work on that for an entire just 1 year. You guys did it over multiple years, getting it all ready, and then you dropped it in. Do it with that. Do it with the going back in history. Now, if you go back in history, I don't know if you can just use the current day backstage arenas or whatever. I don't know if you want to create backstage arenas for arenas that are demolished. You can just kind of, I don't know, make it up. I don't know, copy and paste certain things. Make it work. It'll be so cool. Oh. Oh, it'd be so cool to play for like the old Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan, and then come up at that little walkway, those stairs. You go up to the court. Oh, anyways, like you have the, and for some reason I don't know why um you in my career they took away the starting five. The starting fives don't get announced in my career. Why not? Why can't I be and now? Like, why can't I do that? Why not? What is the reason? Why? I get a halftime show. Why can't I get the little pregame show? Hit the microphone. Why can't I get the pregame show? I don't. It'd be so cool to have the arena. I'm looking into the camera like I'm not sharing my screen. Have the arena here. Have a player's entrance in the back. Actually build it out. You can have like the Nike store, like a Nike rep here, but like Nike rep doesn't even have to be a place you go to. The Nike store or office, it could be a person you talk to in the app. It's so simple. Now we're back on me for the video watchers, video viewers. It'd be so easy. All of the Reebok, Nike people, all of the Adidas can all happen in your phone. You don't have to go to the Nike store. You don't have to go to your agent's office. It's all on your phone. Maybe your agent's office could be in the city somewhere. The representation, what have you. It's like, hey, go to the Nike, whatever. So you get you fast travel. The map pops up. You go to Nike, the whatever Nike facility, or hey, meet us at this restaurant, and you can have a restaurant and you meet the person there. And then you can have your cut scene that you need so bad in there. Or you can just have it be a text. Hey, yeah, whatever. You should be able to pick your agent. Multiple agents. Real simple. You don't need a bunch of cut scenes with these agents. You just need a few like introductory cut scenes. And the screen's going dark again. Just a few introductory cut scenes. Maybe have like 3 agents to start with. You get to choose based on and have different personality types. Have the agent specialties be different, and then just choose that, and then all of their interactions with them are through text messaging and auto replies. That way you don't have to make so many cutscenes or record voiceover. It's just text messages. Real simple. It should be more personalized towards your players. Still have your cutscenes, still make, your motion capture people hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Still make it. You can still do it, but just write all that stuff in there. Write it in the text messaging. I can't remember any other ideas. Yeah, get rid of the skateboards and the rollerblades and all that. Did a baby make your game? Did a TikTok? Apparently, a TikTok star did make your game because she's in there. I don't even know if she's a real person. I hope not. Can you imagine what her parents think? A bunch of video game players are making NBA players to go hang out with their underage daughter. How about this? If I'm an NBA player, I don't hang around and dance with children. Okay? Hey, how'd you meet this little girl? I found her on the internet. So I'm just careful. I'm going to try to see if that actually matters. No, it doesn't. That lighting's good. Like the little orange. Makes me look tan when I'm not. Move it up a little bit. So I just don't. The game is great. This is one of the best 2Ks I've ever experienced. It's just the season stuff. all of the season stuff annoys the hell out of me. I don't want if I want to play multiplayer, I should be able to play it and progress through the my career season rankings. Since it's my career. It's not your career. It's my career. And so I should be able to go and do that. Go and do those sorts of things. Now, all of the other in history, all that's just icing on the cake. All of the backstage stuff, icing on the cake. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But if you make this game actually interactive to where you feel like an NBA player, people will play the game. People are already playing the game. They will enjoy it more. There are people who don't even play the NBA stuff and just make a street ball character. That's fine. They can still do that without your city, without riding around on a tricycle. Like, just, I don't get why you have to make this childlike, this big. It's a video game, so it's whatever. But you make it so realistic in some areas, and then goofy, non-realistic, embarrassing, if I may say, in other areas. And it's like the themes don't match. The themes don't match. If you want a street ball mode, have that. Make a street ball character. Have it be to my park. Have it be my park, my street, or whatever. But my career, my NBA career, should be all NBA stuff. And then don't even get me started on making my career multiplayer. I should be able to play with let's just work on one, because I know 2K will probably, all games get delayed and they're glitchy as all hell when they first come out. This one wasn't actually that bad, except for my animations turning off. All of my shot animations changing, dunk animations change from game to game. That was a little annoying. And then the Chicago Bulls sweatshirt I wear, once I leave the arena, it goes to the brown shirt. It's the only shirt I have that does that, which is the only shirt I want to wear. Of course, you have to spend extra VC money. I don't want to do that. You have to spend extra VC to get more shirts that actually work. I don't. It's not that big of a deal. They give you enough clothes. But what I just don't. Yeah, so you can have my career be multiplayer. Okay, you want people to play together? Have my career where I can team up. Say if I can get a friend, and then which I don't have any that play 2K really. They can be the starting point guard on the Miami Heat, on the Heat. Okay, I can be a point guard on the Bulls, and we can feud. We can go at each other. I can send him texts. I can post about him on the social media app, talking crap about him. He can do the same with me, and then we can even say team up if we want to later. It'd be so cool. You want people to play together? Put all that multiplayer stuff in here. At the NBA, you spend so much on the NBA license, and then you put me in a park that's the Southside Vipers, the Western Wildcats, the Northern Knights. Is that like, am I playing a knockoff version of an NBA game? Or now, granted, EA can't even release an NBA game, so congratulations on getting a good game, great game. This game is great. I'm not saying it's great, but you could change. Like, you can't even. First of all, you're way out. You're no other game can really touch you guys. Just in general, this game, no other game can touch them. But it could be hands that to where no one will even want to make a basketball, even think about making a basketball game, because you've covered all your bases. You've got the street ball element, you've got the NBA element, you've got all of these different aspects of it. You can customize your character so much. That's what makes the game fun. And then your face scan thing never works for me. Don't know why. It's always some goblin, but that's besides the point. I just don't. These little things like the city, but by little, I mean the entire multiplayer aspect of the game. I don't understand how they came up and continued to do this. Like when I start the NBA game, there's so many daily tasks that I have to go around to those different points of the city, and I'm 20 minutes in, 10 minutes into the game. I have to get those done in order to get the VC to make my player better, and I'm doing those, and I'm not playing your game. I'm not playing basketball. I'm running around answering music questions. Have the music questions pop up on my cell phone. Get rid of the annoying cutscenes. Have the NBA trivia thing show up on my thing. Have it be a fan ask me, hey, I bet this new star, MP or whatever, this new star MP doesn't know crap about the history of the NBA. And then he can put a poll up and I can answer it. Boom, I know what it is. Have it be that. It's real. You don't need all of this stuff. It's so fat and just bloated that you can trim all of this up, save a ton. You're already making a ton of money, but make even more money. You can trim all of this up and you can make even more money. 2K, I'm trying to help you make more money here in this video that nobody's ever going to watch. I just don't get it. Don't get it. You can make it better by taking make less things. Make less things. I don't get it. You can even you can have all of the Southside Vipers, the rivalries. You can choose, and then the park that you go to in the game will be that theme. It's all of these artists like validating their jobs, and you could just do it better. You can validate your job by actually having a purpose. I just don't take those artists that make the Egyptian themed court or actually sponsor real courts in the game. Have Venice Beach, have Rucker Park, have all of these places that are real. Go to certain places that are that aren't known that well and educate people on these places. Or if an NBA player, how they go around building basketball courts for communities that are not doing well, put those in the game. That's free publicity for those players and the courts. And say where they are. So in every city, Chicago, whatever, have these courts there. And then all of the artists that make the Egyptian tombs or the White Knight, I don't know what this is. Have the White Knights, the what is it? Northern Knights. Get rid of all that stuff. That's silly video game 90s garbage. Make this experience real. Make this educational. You want people to understand and love the actual game. And it's just mind-boggling to me. And then as a player, you could go for your endorsements, and it's again. It's killing my lighting. The games could go when you go to, and say if you want to make the people who play 2K in Africa can make a character from Africa. And then when he goes, he can start his own whatever, playground there. And you can have it design your own court. NBA Africa, you can go to Europe. If you want to make a European player that comes over here, do that. And then my career should always start out in high school. If I want that, this is an option because not everyone wants to do this. And I understand that. I get it. But my career, they should have a realistic mode. And then more casual experiences, just have different levels, and then that just how you do in my NBA, to where you can actually have those conversations, the text messages, or you can just have the cutscenes. Keep the cutscenes in there, but if you want to have an actual real experience, you can have the cutscenes and you can have the text messages. Okay, because I'm going to skip those stupid cutscenes that don't do it. It should be a few lines of dialogue and then a choice. It shouldn't be minutes of me sitting there in a basketball video game watching characters talk. Unless I'm doing the decision, it should be like the NBA questions. Hey, MP, what do you think of this? You didn't shoot well from 3 tonight. Was there anything? What was going on? And then I answered the question. Boom. That's it. If he went on for 4 or 5 minutes, it's like these people want to you're not directors. Okay, you're not making a feature film here. Make it simple. I'm the one who should be It's just an interactive medium. This is a controller. Okay? So I should be using this to play the game and not sit here. Not sit back and just. This isn't Final Fantasy where you play the game and then get like a cutscene as a reward. And the cutscenes you guys are making aren't even good. It's not like some crazy CGI where it's just like, dude, look at that, is insane. It's not that. It's not even close. So like, just stop. Stop. And I know I'm talking like a lot of my negatives are more critiques about how to make the game great. The gameplay is great. The gameplay is great, but all of the features, and I don't even understand why you can. Like in my team, I can play solo and progress through the seasonal rewards, but I can't do it in my career. Why? Why? There's no reason why. I should be able to play NBA games all day, every day, earn VC, and do it. But the reason that they want you to, I know this, which just makes sense why they let you do it in my team. It seems like they want you to take your player, build up as much VC, make them as good as whatever, and then use those when you reach 99 or whatever overall. And then you have to buy those boosts, those attribute boosts. You have to spend VC, real money, in-game currency to make your player better and compete on that level. I don't want to do that. I want to play if a few of people who if I had friends who played this game consistently, play with them, have a good time, or I want to be my career living in my simulated NBA fantasy world. That's what I want to do. I don't want to ride a tricycle down the street and spin around on an oil slick. Like, what? It's the design, my chair. The design choices are so weird. They're so weird and just this is not explainable. Because if you cared about like you would have done that in my team, but you did it in my career, which doesn't make any sense. Anyway, how long have I gone on for? I think my therapeutic rant has gone on for a good amount. I think that'll be the video games and nonsense episode this week. Anyway, next week I promise I won't go on for an hour about 2K. I promise. What I will do, however, is just talk about video game news that interests me, the games I'm playing, just normal stuff. Okay, you come here for honest opinion about 2K. I play 2K a lot. I'm not very good at it. I'm a center and I rebound and give the ball to guards who can actually do stuff. Okay, I'm not your 2K guide, but just the overall feel of the game, I am good at that. Because every one of my friends who play 2K, I give out these little ideas and it's not that big of it's not like a game-changing aspect of it. It's just design decisions. It's taking a conversation and then putting it in a text message and then adding more of those. It's a text-based game, which they've done before. Okay, have the voice, and then people complain that there's no voice acting, but then so they put all voice acting in. And then if I get really good, I want to go at LeBron James. I can talk crap about LeBron James. Now, I think you should be a certain overall. If you want to you should be on the same level. Have it be within 5 to 10, overall points. But just little things like that. It just doesn't make any sense. Why these people who get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars make these decisions that nobody likes. Nobody actually cares about the city and walking around the city. I'm wasting 10 minutes of I could be playing your game, your amazing gameplay game. And it baffles me that the people who make the gameplay don't go to the idiots, the higher up managers are like, dude, we need to get rid of the city. It's stupid and it doesn't make any sense. And we could just parse out the city anyway. We can put the park over here. We can have the community be over here. Not this huge city that doesn't mean anything. What's the point? You have a city where you play basketball and nobody has a car. You're going to make more money doing it that way. It's just, anyways, that's been this episode of the Video Games and Nonsense podcast. Again, I'm Chase Carter. Yeah, tune in each week for video game news and rants like this. I appreciate anyone who watches. Thank you very much. You have a good one. Oh, it could be so good. See, it could be so good.
I remember